my channel where I'll be talking about your legal rights and responsibilities as a K visa holder, right? So for further updates, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it, right? So number one, as a legal right? You have to legally enter within the US within 90 days to marry your fiance. So you must marry your US petitioner fiance within 90 days of arrival to the US, right? Number two is your right to marry. So you must marry a US citizen petitioner fiance within the 90-day period. Number three is you have a right to adjust your status after you get married within that 90-day period as a permanent resident or green card holder, right? So next thing is you have a right to work legally within the US. So this is called work authorization. So your US petitioner spouse should apply or file for that work authorization for you to legally work within the US, right? So that is a right for you. So another thing is your freedom of movement. You have the right, once you arrive in the US and everything is all good, you have the right to move wherever you want to move, right? You have the right to travel back to your home country or wherever once that advanced travel parole is granted, right? So one thing to note, right? If you are moving, across any states within the US, you have to notify USCIS of your address change, right? So you need to use a certain form. I believe it is AR-11. You can research that on USCIS website for that form, how to fill it out, how to file it if you are changing residence within the US, right? So let's get into the responsibilities. So you must marry your US citizen fiance within the 90-day. I can't emphasize it enough. Marry your US citizen fiance within the 90-day period of you arriving to the US, right? So if you do not marry them, right, you'll be in violation of the terms of your visa and you could be subjected to removal proceedings, getting extradited out of the country, right? So next thing is you have a responsibility to understand that, okay, you will not be traveling outside of the US for a while until your advanced travel parole is granted. So you need to just keep your butt shut, keep your butt quiet, wait till that is approved, right? Another thing is there is no extension of the visa. It is only valid for a certain amount of time, which is they give you an expiration date in that visa. Adhere to it, get married before that gets expired so that you're not in trouble with the government and all that, right? Another responsibility, you're intended to marry to your US citizen fiance within the 90-day period. It has to be that same one that you got engaged to, that you filed the whole process with. No other US citizen you should be married to, because that will go against all the visa, the terms of the visa and all of that. That will cancel everything for you and you could be in real serious legal trouble, right? And you don't want that, right? Another responsibility, the US citizen must file the adjustment of status. They must file I-134 to demonstrate financial responsibility for you so that you do not become a public charge to the government here, right? So the last responsibility I'm going to talk about is to gain lawful permanent residency, you and your US citizen spouse must attend a USCIS meeting to demonstrate the authenticity of your marriage, what has been happening thus far, and you must walk with the relevant documents to prove that as well, right? You must provide evidence of a bona fide marriage. So that is basically it in a nutshell. I will talk about the responsibilities of a US citizen sponsor the next time I do a video. So don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next time. Bye.